Welcome back. This is the start of a new series of reviews on the new car I had delivered the weekend, which was the Tesla Model 3. This is the Standard Range Plus. I took delivery on Friday, so I've had a few days of driving it. But what I thought I would do this time is more of an introductory get started video to start with, because driving a Tesla is slightly different to other cars. It's not a get straight in, turn it on and away you go sort of car. It has its own little nuances, and as you'll see, you know, there's virtually no buttons or that in the car. Everything's driven from the hub. So I thought I'd just take you through some of the sort of the tips of where you can find stuff to get yourself set up and started to drive the car for the first time. I hope this is useful. I will be doing a lot more videos this time on the Tesla, doing the usual ones, as well as some sort of more individual focused on the Tesla hub, which pretty much is the heart of the car and drives everything. So there's a little bit more to it than just a normal infotainment system. So I hope you enjoy. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and smash that notification bell, and we'll dive straight in. So here we have the Tesla that I took delivery of on the weekend, on Friday afternoon. It's the Model 3 Standard Range Plus. Now, the first thing that you'll find that's different to other cars is you don't have a key. What you get with a Tesla is a card, and this is your key for getting into the car and starting. What you can also do is set up your phone as a key, and I'll go through that later on in this video as well. So let's just get into the car to start with. So as you might see, there isn't any sort of obvious way or keyholes or anything to get in. What you do is you put the card so you put the card up to the door frame. It's obviously got an RFID reader in there, and it recognizes your card. So right, let's get in. So first of all is the handles, which are a little bit different. So you have to push on the left hand side, then this pull on the handle, and this releases the door. So when you do get your Tesla and get in, one of the first things that you will realise is it's a bit like Swedish furniture, very minimalist, very stylish, and pretty much no buttons. I'll just quickly show you. So you have some window buttons there. You have your door open button. Then you have two wheel buttons on here, on the steering wheel, and the hub, which is the massive LED touchscreen, which pretty much controls everything in the car. So other than that, there's nothing else. You know, there's no obvious buttons for lights or anything. So let me just take you through some of the stuff that you might want to find out. It's now obviously when you first get in the car, you're going to want to adjust your driver's seat. So it's all electrically adjusted, and that's pretty standard. The controls are down by the side of your seat, so you can adjust the different settings there for forward and back, up and down, etc. That's pretty straightforward. But then you have the issue of setting for the steering wheel. There isn't any latch or nothing on the steering wheel, so you know, how do you do that? So you have to go into the hub, and I'll show you that now. So if we click the little car icon, this brings you to all your different settings. So here we go, adjustments, steering wheel. And basically what you have to do is use these little button ball things on the steering wheel to adjust the steering wheel. So up and down on the roller moves it up and down, push it to the left moves it towards you, push it to the right pushes it away from you. So yeah, that's a little bit different. Then you want to adjust the mirrors. That is again done through here. So for your right mirror, again same as steering wheel, so up and down to adjust it up, left and right to adjust the mirror, as you can see, in and out. And that's to, you know, do that until you get to your settings that suit your driving position. And that's the first part of getting things set up. So also on here is where you do your driving settings as well. So if you just click on the driving button, you can adjust your settings for your acceleration to standard, which is pretty fast. If you want a sort of slower acceleration, you can stick it onto chill. And then you have your steering modes. So you have your comfort, standard and sport steering modes. And then your stopping modes. So you can have it creep, so that when you stop it very slowly moves forward. You can have it on roll, so it just continues going. Or hold, which means when you put your foot down on the brake, it will hold its position, which is the way I prefer to use that. So also, if you're wondering, is there a glove box? If you look at it, there's nothing there. So that basically down here you have a button to open your glove box, which is very weird that you've got to go into the infotainment system just to open your glove box, but it's a really nice big glove box, plenty of room in there as well. The other stuff you can do on here as well is open your frunk and your trunk as well, and also this little spark here will open your charging port flap. The other thing that you'll probably want to get set up as well is the auto lights. That's done through the little car icon and lights. Just click it onto auto for the headlights and for your interior lights. This then gives you the best way. You can then forget about it, and it adjusts the lighting to the conditions, and obviously if there's oncoming traffic, etc. as well. Where you also do your autopilot settings. I'll go through this in a little bit more detail, as this is the sort of adaptive cruise control version for Tesla, and I'll do a video on that and what all these different settings are, as it'll take a little bit longer time. But just for basics, the stalk here that has your start, reverse, neutral and drive, if you push it down, that then sets up the cruise control. So once you have got to your destination and you want to know how to actually physically turn the car off and that, and stop it and park it, basically on the end of the stalk there is a button. You just press that in, hold it in, and then what that does, that puts the car into park for you, as you can see there. What you will notice though is that when you do get out of the car, the you know, the steering It's still working and everything. And once you're out of the car and it locks, it then fixes everything in place. So next step is getting out of the car, because it doesn't have the normal handle to pull and get out of the car. Again, this is done digitally via a button. There's the button there. You just click this and the door opens. So to lock the car, you have two choices. You walk away from the car and it will do it automatically, or you can just take the card, tap it, and it locks. So that's just a quick basic tutorial of just getting up and running in the car. And you know, I just find it's quite useful because it is very different to just getting into a normal car where all the buttons seem to be in the same, and it's quite intuitive how to work out how to do it. On here you do need a bit of a PhD in computer science really to get your way around the car, but once you do know it, it's very simple.